I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh, ugh.
You know, Sillykins, it probably would have been a really good idea to have put something in my going live message about the pre-orders instead of that Maple was trying his best and so am I. But that was what I chose. Probably would have been better. But here we are. Here we are. Sillykins, hi. Craniodos, thank you so much for that first time Prime sub. I appreciate that so very much. You know that you can use those anywhere that you choose, and choosing to use it here with me is just so sweet. We, for another month, are doing paper chains. They're up around my office with your username. So you can pick a color, and I will add you to the paper chain border. I actually have a bunch I have to make and hang up. So maybe we'll do that today too. I don't know. But next year, we're going to do paper stars and make a jar full of paper star subs, and I'm really excited about it. No, it's so good that you pinned that. Like, you're amazing, and I thank you so much for doing that. Like, perfect. Dark green, you got it. I hope that you enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. And of course, the best thing of all, your ability to scream. If you didn't know, you now have the ability to just scream anywhere you want on Twitch. Oh. Okay, my mix it up is struggling for a moment, but it'll get there.
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh, ugh.
Happy belated Turkey Day, Americans.
Susan, thank you so much for the 33-month resub. Holy moly, what color would you like for your paper chain? I miss you. I hope you're doing well. It's always so good to see you. Also, I have the funniest cat story to show you, tell you. Always forget to use your Prime, but it's nice to use it with new friends. It really means a lot. Honestly, those first time subs mean so much, and people choosing to use their Prime, it's just like, thanks. Oh no, I'm so sorry you're sick.
Master. Why do you think I
I
always
hope you
have
feel,
this glue
oh
gun
my
stuck
god,
to
what's
my arm?
happening?
Ugh, ugh.
Emily, thank you so much for 4 months. Oh my gosh, it's resub day and now we're in a hype train. What color would you like for your paper chain? All right, let me do these. Cranidos_. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .. . Susan. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Allison. Love cat stories. Oh, have I got a maple story for you all. I'll wait a few minutes in case other people are coming in. Also, hi. Did you not get enough attention earlier when I was putting the website stuff together? Huh? That wasn't enough? Oh. For his automatic supper. He's gotten better about that, luckily. I need to get better about editing videos. I don't know why it's so hard for me, but it is. Hi. Go ahead. I'm not moving. Wow, what a good jump. Hi, BK. Emily, let me know what color you would like for your resub. You did a bad thing. What did you do? Yeah, your brother's trying real hard, huh? But he's not doing the best. You went shopping? That's okay. It's Black Friday shopping. Go for it. We have about 2 minutes left on this hype train. And okay. Okay. I saw, thank you so much. We have 4 hedgies ordered already. So I will be picking up beads if I don't have them already. And then I figure we'll make some hedgies next week on stream, but I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much.
Oh, great.
Thanks for the lurk. Definitely needs more glitter. Hi, Sam. Thank you for the 200 glittery bits and for pushing the hype train over. I appreciate you. How are you? I got too overwhelmed to function. Stood in the shop, just melting down internally. Oh, no. Hi, Mia. Well, what did you buy? Today was a Friday that felt like a Monday. I hear that. Hi. Did you see her little paw? You see her little paw? We will do sticker giveaways if we make sub goal, bit goal, or have a level 5 hype train. So I just should mention that now since we're in the middle of a hype train. Thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate you. There's also hedgies. Hedgies are alive right now. So if you would like to pre-order a hedgehog and pick your colors, I'm going to be picking up some beads over the weekend. Oh, okay. Please don't. Please don't. Hi, Scruffy. How are you? Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Okie doke. No worries. This ham. This ham. Oh God. I wish that I could lock it because I want it to stay like that, but that's okay. All right. So, you may or may not know that we got a automatic cat litter box to review. A company reached out and asked. Already helps. Yes. Emily, by the way, I need to know what color you would like for your resub. Thank you again. Hold on. There we go. You have orange, light yellow, light green, dark green, light blue, dark blue, pink. Bonk. We have a minute left on this train, by the way. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Pink, you got it. Some stocking fillers. Chocolate small things. Mm-hmm. If I could have melted into a puddle of goo, I would have. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate that for you. Oh no, you're good. No sorries. You gonna boop that? Okay. All right. So we got a company reached out to us. Hi Mary, thank you for the lurk. Asking if we wanted to review an automatic cat litter box. And I was like, of course we do. And it took Maple a while to get like comfortable enough to go in it because it's enclosed and he's never had an enclosed litter box before. So, you know, that's fine. That's not a problem. So in order to make it a little less like scary and a little less enclosed, we removed this detachable piece. It's a litter guard, okay? So that when they bury it, doesn't go flying. And he's been great. He's been using it, you know, for about a week now, very successfully. And he's been enjoying it. I think he likes the litter. I think he likes the no mess. Hi. And it definitely doesn't smell as much. Fabulous. We love it. So I went downstairs before the start of stream because he really wanted to see me. And so I was like snuggling him, loving on him. I go back upstairs and I get a notification that he's gone to the litter box. And I was like, okie dokie, no problem. A few minutes later, we have a camera set up to focus on the litter box. That way I can get some good footage to use for this video that they asked for, right? Because if Mr. Feral Maple can figure out how to use this litter box, then it must be good, right? Well, I get a notification on my camera, pet detected, pet detected. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I'm getting notification after notification after. So evidently Maple went to the bathroom twice. I did some deductive research I had to find out. Okay. He peed. He buried his pee. Fabulous. Great job, bud. Then he went in and he pooped. And he didn't really know what to do because the pee was in one spot clumping And the poo was in the other spot, and he was like, well, if I start to bury it, he tends to use the bathroom and then like run out of the litter box. And so you could tell that he was like figuring it out. Hi, can you come back over here or right here? So I pull up the camera, and this is what I find. And I'm like, what is happening? Because I didn't know all this other stuff yet, right? So, Artemis, stop. I'm trying to pet you here. So, I know that you're new to the whole covering your poo thing. Oh, what was that? Huh? What did you do? You tried to cover something? Did you make a mess? Did you make a mess? Bro. So, I go and I start sweeping, and he's
I'm
just
still learning how to bury things.
he's just rolling in dust.
Did you do it wrong? Yeah? That's okay. You're learning. At least you're using the box, right? You'll figure out the burying part.
Like, at least you're pooing and peeing where you're meant to. The rest of it you'll figure out, but bless his heart, he was never ever going to cover the poop in the box the way he was going. Don't look if you don't want to see a picture of poop. Yes, there's a picture of poop on my phone, okay? Look away. I'll tell you when you can look back. Because this was the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. It was in the back of the box, and he's just shoveling the litter the opposite direction. And the box is like almost empty of litter. And the poo's just sitting there. It was never gonna happen. Okay, you're good to look back if you looked away. And I'm looking in the box and I'm looking at him and I'm like, it was never gonna work the way that you were doing it. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. I love him so much. Oh. Cry, Lord. I'm so proud of how hard he's tried. Yeah, I'm going to make like a normal video about the box, about how we like it, what we like, how it works, the features of it, all of that stuff. And then there's going to be a follow-up of that. And yes, the guard is back up. It was there, and he was a little bit more nervous about using it at that point because he hadn't he had never pooped in a covered litter box. And so we made it as accessible as possible at that point. Like, we took the guard off. We just wanted him to be brave. I thought I heard something. To be brave enough to, like, to go in. But the guard is back up now. Because... And then he was like, "I sorry, Mom." And he's like, "I sit with you. I give you biscuits. And they say, "I sorry." Ugh. Good Lord, I love him. "I tried, Mom. I don't understand." And like when I set the litter box to clean, the pee was near the front of the box, so I think in his mind he's like, "I can't pull that because there's pee there. Like, that part is dirty." And so he just... "Thanks for fixing my mess, Mom." I was just thankful. I was like... Because I saw the video of him going into the box, and his little butt kind of hangs over the edge when he gets ready to turn around. And I was like, please don't tell me that he dropped a hot, stinky one right on the concrete. Like, he missed the box. Like, what if he like, pooped, but his butt was hanging over the edge, and it fell out, and, like, he was trying to bury it. Like, oops. But that wasn't it. He just... It's the first litter that he's had that he can bury. Like, that he can dig in like that. That's like that texture. So he's learning. He's trying his best. I cried just... Oh. He will. He'll get it. And again, I think part of the problem is he does his business and then runs out of the box. Like, I don't know. And then he goes back to the box like, oh, but now it's messy. Now it's stinky. And I have it set for it to automatically do its thing 10 minutes after he goes to the bathroom. Just so that way it gives it enough time to, like, properly clump. And so, yeah. Pooped out of his box twice, yeah. Sometimes their spatial awareness is just such that they're like, I'm using the box because my feet are in the box, and they're not using the box. So, anyway, that was my fun story. That really, oh boy, was not what I was expecting. I mean, I gotta give it to him. He's getting it. He's understanding the concept. It's just it's just, you know, some of it he's not quite getting. And that's okay. He'll figure it out. I hope. But either way, that guard should help now. Okay. Oops. So, we have 4 Hedgie orders in. And it's great. Everybody has given like colors and things like that. So I have to pick up the pastel pearl beads. And the translucent and metal beads. So we'll do that. And then we'll work on those next week. Calliope, I don't know, Calliope, are you here? I don't think Calliope's here yet. He's got the idea, it's just the execution needs some work, yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's using the box correctly. Like, the pee and the poop is hitting where it's meant to be. We love that. We love that we figured that part out. Just the other bit. Oh, goodness. And you know what's really fun is that everybody has had a different idea for their hedgie. And I love that. So if you missed it, I'm doing pre-orders right now for these little fidget hedgehogs. Where you can pick the yarn and you can pick the beads. And then I'll make it for you. So fully customizable. And the message is pinned, but if you would like a link, here is a link. They're on sale for a week, so they're $5 off for the first week. And then we'll go up in price. But it's the first time I'm doing like a pre-order because in the past I made, like right now I still have I think 9 potion bottles left to sell. So yeah, I wanted to try doing it a little differently and see if that, I don't know, helps with how much overflow I have. So yeah. And if anyone would like any of these guys, we can adopt them out too. This guy's mine. This little rainbow guy's mine. But yeah. I do like Elphaba though. So it's F off Friday. And I have a desk full of projects. So, would you all like to see some assembly of gifts? Like, we got most of the Nutcracker done yesterday. We could finish him today. This little gnome needs all his jingle bells sewn down, and he needs his gnome beard. He doesn't have a beard. And I also have Bingo, who I finally have the proper yarn color for. So we could also do that. So, are we in the mood to see some stuff finished? Are we in the mood to see some crochet? I can make a poll and you can vote. Let's do that. Finishing. What to work on today? Finishing Nutcracker. Oops. Cracker. Finishing gnome. Crocheting Bingo. Okay. Personally, I would start with the easiest to get finished and then continue. Yeah. Here's the gnome. He's a Christmas tree gnome. With jingle bells. And his jingle bells need to be sewn down. Nutcracker. Oh God! Oh God, I just pulled off one of his arms. Hold on. I made one of these last year for my mom, but my vertigo ended up being like too much and I couldn't do the other one. Nutcracker down! So I finished him this year, but he needs to be assembled still. He's just, you know, has a few parts left to sew on. And he needs a little detailing on his front. Ever see a Lego Dalmatian on a skateboard? Now you have. Whee! So, the two are gifts, and bingo is for me. Oh, are you tying it? Don't tie it. That's not allowed. Always. Always tying it. Hi. I'm sorry, I can't go to work today. I've got a cat on my lap. It's not from the pattern book. It's actually, it was a Hirschner's kit.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
But the kit isn't there anymore, so yeah. Wasn't trying to tie, I just picked the most interesting. No, you're so good. Saren, Raiders, quick, vote. There's a poll in the chat about what we're going to finish first today. But hi, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I raided myself. How was your stream? I was lurking. Saren, I have a story for you. I have a maple story. Oh, but what were you? Oh, you were diamond painting. Did all kinds of diamond painting. That's awesome. I saw that you did some Black Friday shopping on the, oh, I can't think of the diamond painting website now.
I found new people.
Which did you get? What did you end up buying? Thank you for that follow. Welcome in. For new friends, hello, welcome. My name is Megan. I am a neurodivergent variety crafter here on Twitch. I am usually cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting on stream. We do some other crafts. There's lots of cozy chats. There's also cats and chaos sometimes. This is Artemis. She's working really hard. Look at that. Look at how hard she's working. Can you say hello to everyone? No? You don't want to? That's okay. She says it's hard work being the supervisor. You're about to hear and see an amazing funny story with our other cat, Maple. Maple is my former feral kitty. We're going to start with the Nutcracker just because he's got a bunch of tapestry needles already. And then we'll do the gnome. And then we'll move on to bingo. I'm hoping to get it all done today. Do all the things. I mean, I won't finish bingo today, but that's okay. I'll finish the others. Siren's Lament, Sleeping Familiars, and Freya. Oh, you're leaving? Okay. Goodbye. So Maple is my former feral boy. He was a wild kitty. And he has a TikTok page and an Instagram and all those things. And he sometimes gets asked to review products. Companies will send us stuff to look at and to make a video on and give us a coupon code or whatever. And he got an automatic litter box. You know, one of the ones that is a self-cleaning litter box. Heck yeah, I want to review that. I want to know all about it. I want to see how it works. I want to see if he'll use it. What brand? It is Pet Cove. I will show it to you. Well, I mean, his litter's in the basement, so. And it took a while. It took him a little while before he finally got the hang of it. And he's been doing good, been successfully using it. He seems to be enjoying it. And interestingly, he's also learning how to bury. Because Maple normally, he was on a pellet litter system before, so he normally just left his poo, his pee, whatever. Didn't matter to him. Well, today, I got notifications of him using the box. I got camera notifications. We set up the camera to look at the litter box, so that way I could get some good footage to use for the TikTok video. You ready to see what I discovered? Look at my good boy learning to bury. A for effort, F for execution, bud. Like you tried really hard.
Bro, I know that you're new to the whole covering your poo thing. Oh, what was that?
Wonders why it's not working. Yeah.
What did you do? You tried to cover something?
He's like, I did the right thing, Mom. It didn't work. Well, if you would not like... He evidently, I looked at the litter box. He had peed near the front entrance where he was burying. And then he had gone back in and he pooed. And evidently in his little brain, when he needed to bury the poo that was at the back of the box, the right way to do that was to stand at the front. And so, I'll say this, if you don't want to see, oh, that's what's going on. Okay. If you don't want to see poo, don't look at my screen for a minute. I'll tell you when it's safe to look. That's his poo at the back of the litter box. He was never going to be able to bury the way he was going. That was never going to cover anything. You're good to look back. He was like, I'm covering it, Mom. Why is it still smelly in there? Look, he stands outside to bury, and then he's like, why isn't this working? And I'm like, bless your little heart. So the box does, bless his heart. The box does come with, it's a litter box, does come with a guard. And we had taken it off originally because he never used an enclosed litter box. And so I thought, let's try and make it as open as possible. But we put the guard back up to hopefully keep that from... Are you streaming anything we can't see? Yes, you can't see what I'm streaming. It's GIFs still. And cat poop stories. Maple is trying. He's snowbrains. I mean, listen, this is his first week of burying stuff in a litter box. Normally he just leaves it and he's like, that's fine. So honestly, you know, if we're thinking of him like a child, he's doing great. Kids make accidents. Kids pee and poop where they're not meant to when they're learning. I mean, I'm just glad he's getting it all in the litter box. It's just keeping the litter in the litter box. All four wanted to use it because it's always fresh litter. Yeah. I think he really likes it because of that too. I think he likes the smell of it too. And he might even like the texture better. It might feel more like outdoors than the pellet litter. And then after I cleaned up his mess, he was like, thank you, Mom. I will sit with you and make biscuits. I'm sorry I was cheeky. Ooh, tofu litter. We used corn cob litter. Oh yeah, Emily. Maple's learning how to use the litter box and how to bury properly. Hi, Sandra. All that effort, though. All that effort. And he wasn't even facing the right way to bury it. The thing is that he runs out of the litter box after he's done using it. He's like, gotta go. And he leaves. And then he's like, oh shoot, there was something I was supposed to do. And he goes to... Hi. Oh, is it Pippin time? Oh, camera, come on. Yeah, if you like cats, boy oh boy, do I have good news for you. We've got so many cats in this house. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, you want to play? We can play. Is this your new routine? I gotta get the stick though, okay? Is this the new routine? You come in to play? Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that Pokemon. When did this start happening? Like 2 or 3 days ago. She's been coming in like pretty regularly to play with this. This is her favorite toy, this little wiggle worm. She's doing amazing. No more crying, no more pacing, trying to get out windows. She's like learned the routine too, which is really nice. So like she doesn't get anxious when we close her in the breezeway. Yeah, the adjustment was not an easy one. but now we're on the other end. The last bit that we're trying to get her to allow is the nail trims. The nail trims are still a bit of a hassle. Yeah. Mostly just because, unfortunately, she had a couple of experiences when she first came in where we were giving her squeeze treat together, and then something in kitty world upsetting would happen. She'd get flea and tick meds, she would get regular medicine, she went to the vet, she, you know, like all these things. So when the two of us sit together, she's like, oh no, something bad is gonna happen. And if the two of us are together with the squeeze treat, she's like, oh my god, no, and doesn't want it. So we're working with her now kind of on overcoming that aspect, because it'll definitely be easier. Like, what I can do, I can put squeeze treat on, like, my leg, and she can lick it off my leg, and I can trim her nails then. But I can't, I need 3 hands. I need a hand to hold the squeeze treat tube and 2 hands to do the nails. And you don't want to squeeze out too much because she'll eat it all, and then then you have to do more. But you don't want to squeeze out too little that you're like partway through trimming nails and then you have to do it again, and it's just not, it's not ideal. So her nails are really long right now. But you know, if that's the only thing that's like wrong, I'll take it. Her feet, 3 out of her 4 feet, fantastic. The one that we brought her in over, that had the really badly injured toe, that one is still kind of rough and has quite a few bits that still need to heal. The rest, though, are soft. They look and feel like cat paws should. They don't have any of that nasty stuff anymore. And so, you know, honestly, that's a huge improvement. The toe that was like all cut up, there's nothing there anymore to get cut up. It's now just a matter of it healing and it like growing new skin, if that makes sense. And that can take some time because they're paw pads, you know. But especially now that she's inside, she doesn't have that rough pavement or, you know, anything dangerous. She's so cute. I know. Hi, Shay. She's a cutie. She's a cutie patootie. So yeah, we do craft here. It's just that, you know, sometimes we have to stop for things like this because this is a big deal. This is a kitty who, you know, a couple of months ago was panicking because she was inside. And now she's like, outside? Who wants to do that? It's cold out there. It's wet. Oh, and Susan, we already have a new cat coming by the cat food bowl. Yeah, I don't know where Jet went. We do have a Void, though, who's coming. It's not Jet. This is an older male. Who I think is freshly neutered. Freshly TNR'd, because he's got bits, you know? But he also has an ear tick. And his ear tick looks fresh because it's still pink. He's black and the top of his ear is pink still. So based on that, I'm guessing he was freshly TNR'd. And so the bits we're seeing aren't actually bits anymore. It's like skin that hasn't, you know, shrunk. So that's, we keep feeding him to keep an eye on his butt, to be honest. Because if it doesn't end up, if the swelling from the surgery / years of having balls doesn't go down, we're going to trap him and bring him in just to be sure. Because I mean, an ear tick like the TNR one is pretty easy to tell what it is, but cats can injure themselves and, you know, lose part of an ear or a tail or a foot or whatever from, you know, anything outside. So while it looks like a traditional TNR mark, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So we're just keeping an eye on him. But we also have a possum that comes by. Her name is Oopsie, and I love her. Whoa. So our cat bowl right now has this black cat and Oopsie. Yeah. No, her name has to be Oopsie because she's fallen, you know, not badly, just clumsily. She has, my favorite, I'll show you the video, was she knocked her food bowl, like we put the food bowl up higher, and she knocked the food bowl from where it was directly into the water dish below. And then when she tried to climb down, she climbed directly into the bowl and overflowed the water in the bowl beneath it instantly. And so she's just a bit of a klutz, and we love her for that. Oh, here comes your sister. We're gonna stop playing with the toy for a minute. I know, that's Artie. You love her? You want that? Yeah. Bite that, not Artemis. Hey, sweet girl, what you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. You are so fun, huh? Oh, and I forgot to mention this. With the raid, we have fidget hedgehogs available for pre-order. Pre-orders are up. So if you would like to pre-order a hedgie and pick custom colors of yarn and beads and patterns and things, they're up right now, and they're $5 off until next Friday. So go and do that now. We have 4 hedgies we're going to be making. Okay. Oh, we're not done playing. Okay. Well, while she's doing that, here, I'll show you Oopsie real quick, and then we can get to this gnome and Nutcracker. I really didn't mean for the first hour of stream to once again be about pets, but I don't really think anyone's too upset about that. Okay. Hang on. Let's get the camera focused. So, Oopsie, here, ready? Whoops. So, sitting in the food bowl and just... She's very young. She's a very small little possum baby. Like, size-wise, she's a cutie patootie. She's about the size of Artemis. She's not very big. She's young. And then Is this the other? Here we go. Here we go. This one was just impressive. We put that up there. Like, we don't mind if she comes and eats. This was, I ended up talking to a wildlife rehabber. See, she knocks the bowl right into the water dish. You see it floating. I just wanted to be sure that we weren't doing harm by letting her eat. So I had put it up there. Wildlife rehabber was like, no, you're fine. So we moved it again. But then Reddy literally steps directly into the bowl and causes a flood of all the water. Like, all the places she could have stepped directly into the bowl. Like, first of all, that was so impressive to get it in there perfectly. Perfectly in there. Like, dang. And then just... I love her too. And just her little face and the ears and just like, well, whoops. So that's oopsie. Welcome to my animal kingdom. There's a lot of critters here. She's perfect. It's one of the reasons that you love animals. They're
Found
just...
my people.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for that follow. I'm just looking at the picture. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Can't even falter. No, just like, damn, okay. That was impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Struggling to focus, but determined to gentle my way through these tasks. Heck yes. Welcome. You've actually, I don't know if you realize, but you've come into F Off Friday, which stands for Finish Off Friday. Don't worry. Where we work on finishing those tasks, those projects, the things that we've been putting off that we just haven't been able to get through or done. And we work on finishing them. Of course, did I just spend the first hour of stream talking about animals? Yes. But now we're going to finish stuff. So welcome. We're actually going to have, we're actually about to have a stretch break, unfortunately. Twitch plays ads once an hour, so I apologize for that. But we're going to play some words on stream. It's a perfect chance. Take a break from your task just to get a drink, to get a snack, or to take your meds, and then we'll come back and we'll get right back to our tasks. But those little breaks for self-care are very important. So go get, if your water is not full, go refill it, and we'll play a thing of words to take a quick 1 hour mental cleansing break, and then we'll come right back. So if you get ads, don't worry, you're not missing anything. We'll be right back. I'm sorry, Twitch plays these. I don't control them, but it's good for me to stand up and walk around. So I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Ads are ending in like 20 seconds, so we're just gonna come back and just get situated. Wait till everyone's back. Oh my word. I didn't like that round either. What's with the new ugly font? Listen, we were talking about this the other day. I don't know why that... Oh. I don't know why they felt the need to change words on stream. But all of us freaked out yesterday when it happened, so don't worry. Hi. When did you sneak back in? Peeping. That's a beautiful picture. Yeah. I love you. Someone snuck back in and got comfy. Baby girl. I love you. What a beautiful floof. The most floof of boots. Alright. Back over here to look at this nutcracker. Not sure you like the new look either. Yeah. It's like a surefire way to upset us all. All of us neurodivergent friends. Change something. We were talking about the new iPhoto thing too. I hate it. I hate that new app. The new layout. Don't change my stuff. Oops. One round too high. Especially with no warning. I don't know what they thought that was doing. Like, it didn't make it more organized or easier to find stuff. It had just the opposite effect. Google Pictures also changed and I'm not used to it. Yeah. Don't change my stuff. So what's everyone's project for Finish Off Friday? If you have one. You're finishing making a game prototype. Cool. What kind of game? Like a board game, a computer game? Star Baby Blanket? You finished hubby's first sock? Heck yes. Sewing a bunch of coin pouches. Ooh, fun. And it fits this time. Well, that's good. A video game escape room. That's cool. What did How did I manage to weave that in and also... Okay. Working on the temp blanket. You're doing good on that temp blanket. I know you are doing the math. You are figuring out how you can get up here like Artie does, huh? Squares 22 and 30 and a border. I'm almost afraid to ask, but Mary, how many more squares do you have left to do? Are you like, is that it? Okay, so 22 out of, oh, you're on 22 out of 30. Got it. You're so close. Is this the final one, or do you still have one more after this? This is it. You're almost free of the blanket, Mary. The end is nigh. I also didn't do his little face beard, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, so, you know, I just realized, chat, I never told you. In the ongoing medical saga that is my life, right? So you know how the previous doctor was like, you know, well, if you can't get the right medicine here, maybe you should just go somewhere else. So I did. I got that mail order for my medicine. Guess what was right the first time? Isn't that just a novel idea? Right on the first go. Artie's trying to decide if it's worth going past Pippin, who's sprawled on the floor. Here's Pippin right now. And Artie's like, do I walk past her? She's like right there. Imagine that. You know, and I told the new doctor why I was going to a new doctor, and I told them what my issue was and what I needed, and they didn't question it. I do want to reach out to my old doctor and like just let them know, because I did like her. I didn't have an issue with her, and I hate that I had to like leave her, because I didn't want that. But I'm not going to go to an office where I'm not wanted. Like, I'm not going to pay every month to be berated and made to feel less than. I'm sorry. I have my own mental health issues already that do that. I don't need your assistance. Whoop, and now we're playing. already started to go, and then she walked away, and she sat down in the hall, and Pippin just took off. And Artemis is like, no, no, no. I didn't want to play. All very friendly, though. No one ever yells at the other, so, you know. I'll take it. If they're that unprofessional, I just... And again, one of the things that really boggled me was the fact that they said I needed to go every month at this, the old location because of the one medication that I take. And the new doctor doesn't require the same thing to treat me in the same state. Like, because I'm stable on my medicine, I can see them once every 3 months like I used to see the doctor back where I used to live. What a novel thought. Instead of me paying $60 every month to see the doctor, to be like, I'm still doing great. What are you doing? It's annoying how much we have to advocate for ourselves. It shouldn't be like that. If it's not a state requirement. I mean, listen, if they had said it was a requirement for their practice, okay. It is a... Okay, can we just talk for a minute here? This is not like a real talk in like the sense of the command that we have, but just like a... Huh? Why is it that my Klonopin, which is my quick-acting anxiety medication, why is that a controlled substance, but my Effexor, which is a long-term, take every day medication, not a controlled substance? Why do I need to see... Why can I get one of them in 3 months supply and one of them in 1 month supply? Because like, I understand that Klonopin can have some like addictive qualities, but that to me should be that you don't get more refills. It shouldn't matter if they give you your 1 or 3 month supply, because it never makes sense. Like, no, but no. No, Klonopin can be... People can abuse it in the sense that they can become, I guess they can become more addicted. Well, but all of them. Like, if I stop taking the other medication, I'm going to go through withdrawals. Isn't that technically an addiction? But it's not, because it's treating a chronic like, it just... Sometimes I don't understand things. I don't know if it's an I just know that it's always been like that for Klonopin. Like, every doctor that I've seen, it's like, I'll get a 3 month supply of my daily anxiety medication, but my quick acting one I can only get 1 month at a time. I don't know why. It's interesting. I was in the car driving when you started talking about this, and good for you standing up for yourself and what you need medically. Yeah. I was sad because I really liked the doctor I was seeing. I think that she was really knowledgeable, and she was really helpful with everything going on with like the vertigo and coming up with ideas, and she was really very much you need to treat the whole person in order to treat someone medically. Like, you can't just mental health and physical health go hand in hand. Like, you can't expect to treat mental health only and not the physical. You can't expect to treat physical health only and not the mental. Like, if you're only focusing on one, you're only going to, you're not treating the person. And I liked her. I liked her a lot, and I did not want to leave her. But having the head doctor literally ask me why I started going to see them when I said that I never had an issue with the previous doctor I was with for 20 years. He goes, well, then why did you come to us? Why did you stop seeing them? Because I moved. And state law says that I need to be in the same state as him. I can't do telehealth anymore now that the COVID crisis is done. So, at least I can't do telehealth across state lines. I can do telehealth in my state, but not across, I didn't want to come to you. And then the whole, well, if we can't get your medicine sorted out this time, you should probably just go somewhere else. Okay, way to tell someone with rejection sensitivity dysphoria that, they're not wanted. Thank you for telling me that I am, in fact, a waste of space. And that no one likes me. And I'm just a bother. Thank you for that. And I know that that's not actually what was said. But when you're working with people with mental health, you got to realize that that's how a lot of us are going to hear that. So, to keep people from getting them to use incorrectly, yeah. It's just interesting to me. Because I'm in my mind, both of them should be a controlled substance, but only one of them is. Restriction like that because insurance wouldn't cover a 90-day supply, yeah. Yeah, some insurances are like that too, where they are no, we only cover this much at a time, or only generic, or only whatever. I mean, I was just excited because getting the Effexor for in a 3-month supply was actually less money. It tends to be like that if you get the 3-month supply, you normally save some money because it's normally one bottle. So that was exciting when I got that. At first I thought that I was paying more, and then I realized, oh wait, no, this is a 1-month supply before was $13 and a 3-month supply is $20. Okie doke. F health insurance companies, seriously. It should not be such a headache to just take care of yourself. Well, where's sister? You're gonna go bother her? Yeah. That's what sisters do, Mom. Alright, now oh, just kidding. I have his arm still. I was now I just have to put these two pieces together. Nope. So I reached out to a friend. Like I try to like, reach out to people more. It's like it's actually one of my Finch goals to like try, and I guess just interact with friends more. I'm very much one of the, and it's not in all in a mean way, but like very much like an ADHD mentality, almost of like out of sight, out of mind. I don't see you. It's not that I'm not thinking of you. It's just that I don't think to reach out to you. It's not that I don't think of you, because when I like, you know, say prayers or do whatever, I definitely think of people, but it's just like I never think to like, oh, I should say hi or reach out. So I did. I reached out to a friend who I hadn't talked to in a while. Like she was in my bridal party. I was in her bridal party. I love her. She's a sweet person. I love her a lot. And you know, just like, how's it going? How are you all doing? Happy Thanksgiving, blah blah. And like I haven't seen her in a while, like since we moved. And it's just like wild because her kids are getting bigger. And now she has 3 kids, and last time I saw her she had 1. And it's just one of those things where I just had that. I think that we've talked about this before, and I think that a lot of us relate, where like the imaginary, not imaginary timeline that a lot of us feel. You know, oh yeah, we get married, you have kids, you buy a house, whatever, you know? Like I just looked at the picture that she just sent me of her 3 kids, and I'm like, I've got 3 cats. Like she's a year younger than me, and I just feel so far behind in life. You've got 3 kids, I've got 3 cats. And it's definitely not like shared in a way, anything other than just like I asked how everyone was doing, and she shared a picture, and I love that she shared a picture because I haven't seen them in a while, and I'm like, oh, they're so big, but then my anxiety is like, you're falling behind. You're falling even further behind, Megan. In this imaginary, I have 12 cross-stitch projects, a dog and stickers. Yeah, no, I know that you all get it. Like, I know that that's why I share, because I know that it's a safe place for me to be like, I have weird feelings right now about this. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And I know that there isn't any one way. Although, again, I feel like as someone who is neurodivergent, who is slightly autistic and you know, has anxiety and all of that, it's also part of that, like, I like the pressure isn't necessarily being put on me by anyone else, but it's me going, oh, but in order to be normal, when I look at my peers to try and mask and mimic what they're doing so that I fit in correctly, I'm doing it really badly because I don't have a job, I don't have children, I don't like, so when I try and figure out what I'm doing wrong, how I'm not fitting in correctly because my autism, anxiety, whatever makes me feel really different, and like I have to put on like a performance all the time, I'm looking at them going, oh, that's what I should be doing. I should have children that are at least this many years old. I should be going to stores and to shops and and it's just like, it's me trying to figure out what mask I need to put on and then being like, oh my god, my mask is wrong. Even though no one's telling me that. It's just me being like, ah. Also, hi, Kenya. I love you. One reason I'm thankful most of my friends don't have kids, aren't having kids. Yeah, one less thing to feel behind about. Kind of how I feel about driving. All through high school, not driving, and being the odd one out, yeah. Still haven't started, even though I know I need to. I mean, you don't necessarily need to. If you want to, we'll absolutely encourage and support you. But, yeah, don't, I know people who don't drive, who never drove. That's okay. It's hard to remember that sometimes your journey doesn't look like the societal norm. And I think that's what's really hard too lately, is like dealing with the vertigo and the issues that I've had this last year, being like, well, that's kind of putting a wrench in things as well. And I don't know how to fix it. There's so many reasons why I feel like I'm not a real adult. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you, Kenya. I really do. You are not alone. Spend a lot of time trying to fit in. Mm-hmm. In some ways what I wanted, yeah. The world measures success like that. Mm-hmm. Yep, I gotta melt into the crowd. I gotta blend in. I don't want to stand out because I already stand out enough with these things that are not typical, with these things that are not normal. I stand out already. I don't want to stand out more. I have to blend in. I have to blend in by having children, according to other people my age and friends and... I think. All the rules and milestones, and he's way happier, yeah. Learning from him that I should do things in my own timeline, yeah. It is. It's a hard lesson. It's something that I'm working on, but... Oh, gotcha, Curious, gotcha. Pressure sometimes when people hit those normal milestones that I'm not. Yeah. And not only that, even if you're not necessarily traditional or you're not necessarily like your goals don't look the same, sometimes that biological element happens too, where your hormones are just like, hey, you know what sounds really good? Let's have a baby. And you're like, whoa, hold on. I can't drive right now. I can't go to the store without taking anxiety medicine. Where is this thought coming from? You need to calm down. I want to chat. I wanted you to know you're not alone. Oh, Kenya, I love you. By the way, I sent you the videos, Kenya. I sent you the videos of what Maple did. But hi, bye. I love you. Yeah, I'm still working on that, Sandra. It's hard. Oh. Yeah, my body and my mind normally align on the issue too, but lately... Oh. Lately, it's been a little bit more, and I don't know if it's just my age. I'm getting older, and I'm starting to realize that, like, again, societal norms, that I'm getting past a certain point. I gotta figure things out. Ah. Your body is too, Sam? Right? What is happening? It's wild. I've been going through several personal wars during that time, yeah. Yeah, and honestly, so one of the things too, I really think that neurodivergent folks are the typical, and the people who are neurotypical are the ones that are the minority. It really feels like we were always made to believe that neurotypical people are the majority, but I really think they're the minority. I think that most of the world is neurodivergent. Um, and I think that more people are talking about it now. And I think that more people are realizing that now. And I think that that's honestly really nice. But, like, yeah. Oh, are you playing with a plastic bag? You're so damn cute, Pippin. You follow what you're supposed to in order to fit in. Yeah, it doesn't go well. The one who suffers is me. Not the Joneses I'm supposed to be following. Yeah. Going across town for an appointment or making a phone call, yeah. But I can go out of town for concerts by myself with no problem. Looking at animal behavior, yeah. Do you have the kitten zoomies again? Oh, who are definitely neurodivergent but never got diagnosed. Yeah. I remember seeing a thing about how, like, grandma gets all upset that, like, Timmy is autistic, but grandma also has her special plates that no one's allowed to touch and needs to have all of her tchotchkes displayed in just the right manner or else she gets upset. And you just sit there and you're like, okay, Grandma. Sure, it's weird that Timmy can't have his food touch on his plate, but you can't have your collection of antiques of precious moments figurines out of order. Like, okay. Sure. That's me, but I don't trust my doctor to ask about testing, and that's fair. They're honestly one of the things that I think is really nice, and this is a change too from how things were back in the day. At least among the those of us who are not neurotypical, self-diagnosing is absolutely okay. None of us are going to be like, oh, you don't have a doctor diagnosing you, then you don't really have anxiety. Then you don't really have autism. You're a fake. Like, no one's going to be... let me rephrase that. If you're genuine about it, no one's going to give you a hard time. There are people who do it who are like, I'm so OCD. I'm so OCD. I like to have all of my pens facing a certain way. No. That's particular. You're very particular. Or you can be a perfectionist, but that is not OCD. Stop. Like, don't use it as like a cutesy, oh, I have such bad anxiety. I get so nervous whenever I go on roller coasters. Yes, that is the point of roller coasters. Like, roller coasters are supposed to make you feel that way. Please don't think that you're feeling anxious about going into a haunted house means that you have anxiety. You're a normal human who feels normal anxiety about normal things. Like, you shouldn't have a panic attack leaving your house when there's no reason to, like bad weather or, an emergency, like it's a regular Tuesday. The sun is shining. It's a gorgeous day for a drive. You shouldn't be like, your heart shouldn't be in the 140s and you can't breathe. There's a difference between people who do it for clout and people who live it. But if you're like, no, I looked at like the symptoms and the diagnostics and here's how I live and what I feel, people aren't going to be like, well, until you get properly diagnosed, leave my presence. I went years thinking I have social anxiety. Now I think it's probably ADHD. And you know, honestly, you could have both. And you could have them, they can overlap. And things can get better and can get worse even without treating it. So like I am clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety and ADHD. My current doctor is going to talk to me next time about autism testing. And seeing what they can/can't do with insurance and all of that. Because I can't afford to do autism testing the way that it is. But my clinical diagnoses are those things. However, my depression has not been as bad. Do I have moments of it? Absolutely, especially while I'm dealing right now with this chronic illness. But that is, again, more of a circumstantial depression. This medical problem is making me feel depressed versus a generalized, I just feel depressed and I don't know why. Like, and I'm not, I mean, yeah, okay, my medicine helps anxiety and depression, but I'm not actively so some of those things that get better over time, like, it ebbs and flows. It's a natural thing. And it's not like, oh, I guess I didn't have this problem then if I don't still feel that way and I'm not getting treated. No, sometimes things can balance out on their own a little bit in your brain. If I self-diagnose as autism spectrum disorder because not everyone has the diagnosis. Yeah, not everyone can afford it. It is very common for women to go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. Correct. I was diagnosed with anxiety. I'm sorry. This is a perfect moment of ADHD. My girls. Gotta be cool. Pippin's like, what's wrong with mom? Nothing. I'm just nothing. Everything's fine. Okay. Sorry. I was diagnosed when I was in 5th grade with my anxiety disorder. So I was 8-ish, 9-ish, 10, in that area. It was right around the time my brother was born. So being diagnosed with that and being treated for that, but I was never tested for autism, even though there is so much overlap between the two. Because especially in the 90s, they just looked at the requirements for, at that point in time, boys, and boys presented very differently than girls, and that a lot of things got overlooked. So I asked my mom the other day if I was ever tested for autism, and she was like, no, they didn't think that, because here's the thing, I knew I needed to communicate with the doctors, I needed to make eye contact, I needed to talk with them, I needed to I knew what was expected of me, so I did it. There was a girl who I worked with for years, who I initially connected with through church, because I used to teach the little kid classes there, and her mom, like, I was open there about my anxiety, and her mom was like, my daughter was just diagnosed with anxiety, and I think that she could use your help, your guidance. Her mom and my mom became friends. I worked with them for decades. Her diagnosis, I literally watched it change from anxiety to bipolar to autism bipolar. And you know, she's 14 years younger than, no, 12 or 13 years younger than me, so diagnostics rather changed a lot in that amount of time. So, and I mean, to be fair, her symptoms were much more severe than mine, which also helped her get that diagnosis, because if she presented similar to me, I'm sure that nothing would have happened with that too. Like, she would have just been continued anxiety. And now, because she has been getting different kinds of help, she finished college. She's like, you know, like, it's amazing. But yeah, it was one of those things where when you presented that way, it was anxiety. It was not autism. Might have believed my doctor when she said it was probably nothing. Ugh. Who confirmed? Oh, yeah, I hate that. I hate that women, that femme presenting, people who have to put down that they were assigned female at birth, are oftentimes not believed for their medical problems. I hate that we have to do research. I hate that we have to push doctors. I hate that I've been dealing with my own this chronic illness at this point for a year, and I still don't have proper answers with things. Like, it's just because I know if my husband presented with the same thing and he wasn't able to work, like, it would be different, and I hate that. Some things come in waves. Yeah, what a moment. I know, they're sharing a tree. I told the new therapist office that I have OCD tendencies, but I'm not sure I would constitute the disorder. I lean towards pure. Oh, yes. And so my husband has OCD tendencies too. He does not have OCD, and he would not say that he has OCD. But he does have some tendencies where he has certain things that have to be done a certain way, or he's redoing them. And that is that, but he doesn't have, it's not about everything. It's just about very specific stuff. So it's not like my cousin who has, you know, true OCD with true, like, everything that brings. And we would never say that, like, they're even close to being the same. But the issue is, since I was 7, yeah, I've had general anxiety since I can remember. I don't ever, isn't that sad? I don't ever remember a time not being anxious. Very specific preferences to the way I do things around my house, essentially. Yeah. Hi, I've been lurking. You're okay. Had to be hyperactive to be considered ADHD. Yeah. Getting some flack that it's a trend. Yeah, and it's like, no. It's just better understood. Unwanted thoughts, but I get that a lot. Yeah. With broken bones when X-ray was invented. Yeah, exactly. Yep. When new diagnostic materials, like new ways to be diagnosed came out, more people were getting diagnosed with those problems because more people could be properly diagnosed. So yeah, more people were being diagnosed with mental health disorders because guess what? There's better diagnostic tools. Like, shocking, I know. But yeah, it's a struggle. Now that I know what anxiety and depression is, I don't think I've ever had a period in my life without them. Until the 20s, I think. Being about 5 or 6, sitting on your hands to make me feel better and to make the time pass more quickly. Yeah. And I thought it would stop when that was treated, but here I am more than 20 years later. So, interestingly, it's very interesting that you mentioned that. My agoraphobia got worse when my endocrinologist decided to try and treat a problem that was on my blood work with steroids, and it didn't work. It didn't treat the problem. It made me more anxious, and it broke my coping mechanisms that I had spent decades building. Because when you have your own anxiety, you develop coping mechanisms for that. When you have medical-induced anxiety, like the steroids I was taking was making me more anxious. Well, unfortunately, that's not anxiety that I can control. It's anxiety that's being manufactured by medication that's entering my body. And so my coping mechanisms broke. And so all of a sudden, going out to stores and doing things I used to enjoy doing, I stopped enjoying doing those things. They started to become anxiety triggers for me. And like my agoraphobia started back in 2018. Still when we were living at home, became a problem when we moved because now I have to learn a whole new area, and that became very anxiety inducing. I stopped taking those steroids, so like that piece of the puzzle went away. And then 2019 and 2020, when we lost 3 pets in 6 months, and 2 of them were pretty traumatic experiences, one of which I had to deal with alone and involved me leaving the house. And then COVID, my agoraphobia is at an all-time high because, okay, they're saying don't leave the house, it's dangerous. Bet. I've been thinking that for years. And now you're just telling me what I've been thinking for years? I won't leave the house. You got it. And so it's wild how this problem started because of a medication that I didn't even need to be on. And now here we are dealing with it. How many years later? I hate it here. The problem is once your body learns to be anxious about something, it's not easy to teach it not to be. Yeah. Well, and once your coping mechanisms fail you, it's hard to trust those coping mechanisms again because they failed you. And then you have to learn new ones. And you have to figure out new things that work. And it's just... I didn't agree because 1, have you seen the world? And 2, it's going into winter, my mood shifts with the seasons. Yes, my numbers might have been a little higher, but that's fueled by, yeah, and that's good to know too, and that's good to speak up and be like, because I can tell too, like when I am feeling more depressed by like what's going on right now with my health and the world and things like that, and I can tell when it's like there's no real reason. I'm finding it hard to, get myself out of bed and to do things, and it's not because of any like fill in the blank kind of thing. And like especially once you get older, when you're a kid, it's hard to understand how you're feeling. It's hard to put into words, to find the words to explain what you're feeling. But as you get older and you've lived with your body and you've lived through these like emotions and these experiences, you really start to know like what's what you're feeling, how, like when things are different. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, absolutely, I agree. Have a good weekend, Emily. Sorry, I'm a little behind today. We're having big talks. Once your body learns, yeah. Please calm down. I know we've been worried about bills for 6 months. Tigers are not chasing us down the hall to the laundry closet. Yeah. And so that's part of what I've been working on is like taking my anxiety medications so that I can go out and have good experiences that aren't filled with anxiety. And then the hope is that you start to take a little less of those medicines and you start to just build up that, like, look, last time that I went to Target, I was anxious, but I worked through it. I stayed. I was able to do what I needed to do, and then I left and everything was fine. And so you have to, like, build these, like, last time I went to this doctor, it was fine. Last time I did this, it was fine. And, like, you have to start to, it's like you had this really big tower of blocks, and they were perfectly placed, and everything made sense, and you never knocked into them because you knew exactly how it was built. And then, in this case, this medicine came, knocked my block tower down. And now I'm starting from the bottom again, and I have to rebuild it to the point of it's a big, beautiful tower again that I feel safe and I can do these things. But I'm still placing my foundation blocks. And it's been years now, and that's frustrating. Because, again, you know, just looking, like, here we are circling back, looking at what my friends are doing, looking at where other people are in life and where I am. Well, I can't get to be where I want to be, like where I genuinely want to be, not where other people are, until I can get myself better. Get in a slump. If I don't have an event to look forward to, like a concert or something, yeah, COVID was tough because we had no outings to hyper-focus our plan on, yeah. I get that. Definitely feel the learned anxiety. One of my silly ones is making noise in the house when I walk around doing anything. Like, I know now that I no longer need to be like that, but my brain still does. Yeah, well, so it's actually a really interesting phenomenon. Like, I understood anxiety, I understood depression, I understood ADHD. I understood all of those things and how they affect me. My therapist really made me understand and realize that losing those pets, that having to rush Coco to the emergency vet, that having her collapse, that having all of these things, having to rush 2 pets to the same emergency vet within like a couple of weeks of each other, caused PTSD. Caused every time there was a sound in the house that sounded like when Coco when she fell, when she collapsed. Anytime Patch made a noise like that, I would freak out instantly, heart rate through the roof. I'm like, oh my God, something's happened. And it's that's exactly what you're describing, Curious, is that is a PTSD response. Is that even though you know you don't have anything to react, like there's nothing that's actually causing it, your body is like, oh my gosh, okay, what did we do last time to survive that incident? And so it starts you down that train of thought of, okay, well, last time that we had to rush her when we had to rush to the emergency vet, you did this, 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 and this. And even though you felt really sick, and even though, you know, you couldn't, your heart, this, and that, you start to try and figure out what it is that you need to do in order to survive again. And that is what PTSD is like, it takes the triggering event and it tries to break it down into understandable concepts, because we can't, like, it's not a typical situation. And so you're trying to, like, you're trying to keep yourself safe. Your brain is trying to be like, okay, here's how we keep ourselves safe in this situation. Even if there's no actual trigger, even if there's no actual situation you need to keep yourself safe from. And that's why I was struggling even just leaving the house. So like for a while, what I would do, you guys remember this, before all the vertigo and stuff, I would take some of my anxiety medicine. I'd just go for a drive by myself. I'd go for a drive around the block. And I would earn points, if you will, for that, because it's like it was just breaking the, if I leave the house, something bad is going to happen. And so I would increase how far and how long I would leave the house in very tiny increments. And it was like, it didn't feel like it was adding up, but it did. And it's like, I still to this day, 5 years later, avoid turning right out of my neighborhood if I can help it. Granted, there are some doctor's appointments. There are some things I can't avoid it. I have to turn right. And every time that I know I have to turn right out of the neighborhood, the anxiety and the panic attacks happen, because that, even though I have worked, even though I've gone to doctor's appointments 45 minutes away, and this one's just 10 minutes down the way, but it's a right, I have to drive past that light. I have to face that, like, thing. And that makes it all of, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's wild. Lumi, hello. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you working on? Yeah, it's pretty much going into fight or flight without needing to. I talked to the cat. We have the radio on. Oh, yes. I cannot be in a quiet house. I have the radio on. I have the TV on. I have something on. I'm not in a quiet build. Nope. Of a not good situation. Yeah. No, and, you know, it's, I don't share it to say I know your situation. I share what I went through just to say that you're not alone in it, if that makes sense. Like, even though I don't know what you're going through, I know the situation. Like, I understand the mental health aspect of it. Not the actual situation, but the mental health aspect. I got you. I understand. You're working on some subdoodles? Oh my gosh, I love that. We're talking about mental health today, evidently. Also, we're freaking out because both cats are on the cat tree together. Pippin's sleeping there. Artemis is sleeping there. It's a very big day. And we are finishing up right now, doing some little nutcracker assembly. Look at this little guy. I love him so much. And we had Fidget Hedgehog pre-orders launched today. So if you want, on the website, it's also the pinned comment. These little cuties are available for pre-order. They're $5 off for the first week, and you get to pick everything. You can pick the yarn color you want. You can pick the beads you want. You can make them. Look, here's Elphaba with her pink Glinda beads. You can have them be striped or just random rainbows. You know, whatever you want. There's a whole bunch of options, and I'm really excited. We already have 4 pre-orders, and I can't wait to get started on them next week because I love making these little guys. They're so fun. They're really nice for, like, fidgeting. This one's mine, this rainbow one. I have claimed this one. But the beads spin when you, like, do this. You can also just, like, you know, this is a different texture. The whole thing is just squishy. You know, like, it's just, it's such a nice little fidgety thing. I love it. This guy came to the doctor with me the other day. So yeah, that's what's happening here. But thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. If you need to raid and run or do post-stream self-care or anything like that, please make sure that you do. I do know that a stretch break is coming up. I snoozed it once because of the raid and we were talking about stuff and I didn't want it to, like, happen right then. But it will be coming up shortly. I am just going to figure out where I want, because my starting thread is back here, so I'm just matching up. I'm just matching up stitches. But thanks so much for bringing everyone over. I appreciate you. And feel free to come on in. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to chat. Whatever you need to do. Pops up. Loose rule for myself. If it lasts longer than a week with no positive change in that time, or even like ups and downs, I need to do something about it. Could be contact my doctor, talk about options. Could be have a big event to a friend. It could be saying like, okay, let's take a few things off my plate and do bare minimum for a few days. Do things like a shower, clean sheets, sleeping, yeah. Doing those things that are self-care, whatever they are. Like self-care looks different for everyone and for different days. Also maple poop. Oh my god. Raiders, do you want to see a funny cat thing? Sometimes I watch 2 streams at once because one is too quiet. Sometimes I also can't watch 2 streams at once because my brain is too loud. Sometimes I can watch 3 or 4 and my husband's like, how? And I'm like, I don't think you understand that, like, while I'm talking to you guys, my brain is not quiet. Like, it's busy. It's always busy up in here. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Here's the ads. So why don't we take a quick stretch break? We'll play some words on stream. If any of you want afterwards, I'll happily recant the maple poop story because it's something. Take a stretch, get a snack, get a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, or even just, you know, wherever you're sitting, just take a stretch. I'm not getting up because I'm not ruining this beautiful, peaceful coexistence, but I will absolutely be sitting in my seat and doing some big stretches. We'll play some words. I'm really sorry that the words on stream, that it changed. I don't like it. If I could change it back, I would. But I'll be right back, okay? Alrighty. Hope that you all took a good stretch. Or just cursed words on stream. That's fine too. Also acceptable. I texted James about the cats. Also, hi Shiz, I saw you sneak in. Thank you for the hydrate reminder. And I texted my friends about her kids. And I don't know if any other, like, neurotypical, autistic, anxious individuals also get, like, really emotional or hard on themselves when those perceived things, like when you're not meeting them, like I'm okay right now, but I'll probably have a really good cry later about the whole kid thing. Even though here I am right now, and you all would not think that would be a thing, but I'm like, I'm failing. No, don't leave. Oh, okay, that's fine. I know you've not finished the sentence, but I'm gonna go with yes. Waterlog Megan. Make her drink all of the water. I probably should hydrate more. Have enough yarn. Oh no! I'm going to be very close. That's annoying. I hate that. You said emotional, I went with yes. And like, you know, it doesn't really make sense. Because, like, no one's actually making you feel bad. You're making yourself feel bad. She came back. She needed to turn around. Quick peek out the window, a little bath, and then back to bed. I had the yes, I'm hard on myself. I don't know how to be gentle with myself, no. I know how to be gentle with my friends, but be gentle with myself? My friends are wonderful human beings, and I am a gremlin creature who should work harder to be better. I don't know. Right in the feels, You get that a lot? I figured I wouldn't be alone. Even though the anxiety and the mental health things like to say that we're alone and that no one else understands or feels or knows what we're going through. That's the other thing. Ooh, anyone want some tea? What kind of tea are you making? I like fruity teas. I am one failed catch away from taking out your kneecaps. Once it's nighttime and things are more quiet, my brain starts to wander and I'm like, I'm just existing over here. Yeah, uh-huh. Oh yes, no, once it gets quiet at night, it gets so much louder. Because there's not as many distractions. Oh no. Watch your kneecaps. You know, what if Pokemon wants to have its kneecaps kicked in? What if instead we're like, I will love you and treat you gently and with kindness, and Pokemon's like, oh god, no. I just cackled. I am just a blob. Mm-hmm. I think that's why I've been playing so many games at night instead of doing anything productive. And I know that taking care of yourself is productive, but like, I need to post on social media. I need to do all those things too to grow, because I want to succeed, you know? Like, so it's like, but instead that's too much quiet time. Brain is too quiet. Play games, make brain be busy. Asking me, of all people, to be kind to Pokemon is asking a lot. No, I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying, like, what if Pokemon is like all of us? And it's like, no, I deserve to have my kneecaps kicked in. And so it's like, yeah. I can't say that out loud. What if it's kicking? The way that I was about to type in my mod chat, kick me, mommy. But then I was like, wait, not all my mods are here right now, and some of them are gonna be like, what? What if Pokemon's into that, Sillikins? Oh. I do not want to be Pokemon community games mommy. Post it in there. Let's see what the others say. Okay. Done. Finish off Fridays get weird, let me say. How does it work? Because it doesn't seem to be affiliated with the Pokemon Company. How hasn't it been sued? They don't make any money off of it. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I'm not 100% sure. Like, I know a lot of times, big companies like Disney and stuff like that don't want you making money off of their stuff. So, like, there are people that post, one that I remember for when The Mandalorian first came out, a crochet designer actually got, like, a cease and desist from Disney for posting a Grogu pattern, like a paid Grogu pattern. And they made a lot of money. Like, people bought the pattern. And Disney had a problem with that. But there are plenty of free ones. Because they don't care if you're not making money off of it, then it's fan art. And it's, in a way, supporting their product. So, in a way, it's like free promo. Oh, hello. So I don't know. They have, like, weird lines, I guess, that can and can't be crossed. I don't know. Pippin, don't pap her. She doesn't even know you're up there. Look at her paw. She was like, should I smack her in the head? Thank you for not hitting her in the head. That's very nice. People who weren't making money off their IP, it would cause huge backlash that could hurt their business. Yeah. If anything, it ends up having all of us talk about Pokemon a lot more. We've talked about the movies, the trading cards. We have shared, things like that. Like, if you think about how much we have talked about it, again, that's just free word of mouth. But if they started making money off of it, if they started making it so that people had to pay to catch Pokemon, or people had, like, that's a lot of times where companies are like, no, you can't profit. He also is supposed to have a little hat bauble, so we'll do that real quick. No, you don't have to go. No, you don't. You can. Oh. She just flopped on the floor. Evidently, it was just too hot up there. That was a Coco thing. She used to, like, get up off of her bed and, like, go and lay on the wood floor because it was just, like, too warm. You got a lot of fur. I get it. And then gets stuck because his hips aren't great. Sweet boy. Yeah, it's like wild. Patch has been like, he just does like old man things now. And I'm like, you're not an old man. And then I'm like, no, but he is. He's 10. It's wild. He's my lumpy bumpy boy. We're going to my parents' house tomorrow to make gnocchi. I'll take pictures. Yeah, it should be nice. It's 12 and you're like, when? Yeah. He'll like do these big stretches sometimes and be like, and I'm like, man, I feel that. I hear you. I sound like that too. Little hat bauble. Why? What? Hello? What happened? Oh! Give him smoochies from me. If he wants them. I know sometimes they're like, leave me alone. But if he'll accept a smooch. Hello? What happened here? How did this not... What? I'm so confused by this stitch. It like didn't... What? Okay. So, something broke. I'm gonna redo it. Like Patch, for instance, he would not like smoochies when he's just waking up. He's grumpy. But you could have woken Coco up by smothering her in kisses and she would have been like, thank you, this is the best way to wake up. And you do it to Patch and he's like, I'll bite you. And you're like, oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, anyone who thinks that all animals are alike, or like that's always why I hate when people are like, all cats are like mean, or all fill in the blanks are this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you joking right now? Because I can most assuredly tell you they are not. Like I have Artemis, who I can just pick up and do whatever I want to. And she's like, okay, Mom. And then I have Maple, who's like, why? And then I have Pippin, who's like, panic, gotta scratch. Like... Even, like, Pipsqueak and Smudge, my guinea pigs, who I got both of them, like, they both... I know their stories. I know their histories, their beginnings, and their ends. And yet Smudge, anytime you picked him up, would scream. He was like, oh my god, it's the end times. And then as soon as you were holding him, he was like, oh, I remember this now. This is nice. And Pip loved it. He was like, pick me up again. They both had, like, the same experiences, but one of them was like, oh my god, terrible! And the other one was like, yay! The claw! Let me smooch him, but then he puts his head on his paws and he wipes them off. Wilf, that's rude. Some are kind of true, like orange pets have a singular brain cell. Yeah. God, his little bauble. I mean, yeah, I guess that, like, some are true, too. Like, thinking about it, and again, it is still circumstantial, because any pet can be raised in a bad house, or with people who are not good people. But, like, I have never met a pit bull that I wouldn't trust. And I do know that a lot are failed by people, and so they're, you know, but the ones that are not, I trust them. So this is a Hirschner's pattern, and the interesting thing is that I don't, let me see, it came in a kit. It came with, like, the yarn and the patterns. What the heck were they called? Charming Nutcrackers. Let me see. Oops. Helps if I spell charming right. Charning. I've met Chihuahuas that I don't trust. Mm-hmm. So the weird thing is that I don't see it on their site right now. This is what it looks like. And I'm wondering if they're just like, if they're sold out. Or if they're not making it anymore. But it's from Hirschner's. And you can see the other one. That's the one that I made before. Pitties are just seal puppies. Yeah, they're land seals. Or seals are water pitties. House hippos, yes. They're sweet angel babies. So I don't know where they went. You could probably reach out to the brand, like to the company. They're wonderful. They're very helpful. This is, hold on. This is their website. And I wonder if you could even just like ask about like the pattern. Like if they don't sell the kits anymore. Yeah, there's like a contact us thing and you can just like fill out a thing. So you don't even have to call them if you don't want to. I wonder actually. Let me try logging in, and if I like look at the order. Oh my god, I forgot about this. I want to buy this, so I don't have fun money. We're actually, James and I are sitting down and we're like making a, it's good every now and again to just like go through finances, and like we've never had like a spreadsheet budget kind of thing. Like we have our checkbook and we have, you know, stuff like that, but I made like a spreadsheet for us to use. So like we have all of our bills, especially now that like prices are getting so crazy on stuff, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's only like $10. Let's get it. Not a big deal. And those only $10 start to add up. So I'm like, let's like figure out on average, like how much do we actually have that's like fun money to spend, because it's changed. Oh my god, no. I don't know how people can be mean to animals either. Like, they just... And any animal who's mean or who is reactive has a reason. You know? Like, I don't get it. Like, if an animal reacts mean to me, my first thought is, who failed you? My first thought is someone did something that hurt you. And I'm so sorry. I won't do anything to her. Like, I'm not even, you know, thinking... Oh, here. Hold on. Can I click on you? I don't know why. I've been having such, like, eye sensitivity to light and stuff lately. Oh, no. So, yeah, I would... This is it, Sam, if you want to, like... You know, this is what it's Charming Nutcrackers crochet kit. And if you do reach out, you can be like, I know that the kit's not being sold anymore. Do you still offer the pattern? I'm so glad that I got these. I also got this one that's not sold anymore. It's a gnome. It's like a Christmas, like you can hang it on your door, and it says "I'll be gnome for Christmas." It's punny. Man, I don't know why my eyes are so like... I round up all my bills, add them up. So I'm like, okay, that's the amount I cannot touch. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, or again, sometimes they have like a like a digital library, because like I know I reached out to companies before about patterns that they no longer make, but I either needed more, like that cross stitch I had mentioned, the Dalmatian one, I needed more thread of a certain variety. The kit didn't have enough. And even though they don't sell the kits anymore, they still have that color. They use it in other kits. So I was able to like reach out and they were able to supply it. I know some people who have had, you know, their patterns get water damaged and they've reached out to the companies and the companies are like, yeah, we don't sell it anymore, but we have like a digital scan of it. Here you go. So I wonder if they would have something like that where like, yeah, they don't sell the kit anymore, but they have like a digital copy of it just in case. Like for customers and things like that. Watching you cross stitch the other day made me want to try again. Haven't done so for 15 years. You ordered some kits today? I love that. I hope that you'll share like your progress. I would love to see it if you're up for it, or even just like share the kits that you got if you don't want to share, you know, your work on them. But I would love to see. That makes me so happy. I love it when people either try a new craft because of stream or revisit an old one. Like that makes me so happy. I was gonna use some of my thingies here. Gets up, looks at her bank account, and does her bills so she knows everything is good. Well, and that's the thing, right? So, like, you know, we know how much things are, like, bill-wise. But other things keep getting, you know, keep fluctuating. So, like, grocery bills and things like that are now different than they were before. So like we're spending more there. We're spending more on gas. We're spending, you know what I mean? Like so some things that we were always doing are now different. Or like, you know, one thing that we've recently, like, well, not recently, one thing that we try to do is if we have, like, we have credit card debt. Of course we do. We have pets and a house. Of course we have credit card debt. But we'll try and move credit card stuff from one credit card to another. Like a lot of times they offer like, oh yeah, if you transfer, you get like interest free for like 18 months. And so we'll do the math and be like, okay, well, if we pay the same amount over 18 months, we'll pay it off and we won't accrue interest. Like, oh my gosh, we checked, and this is important to check too every now and again if you have credit cards. Check how much you're paying in fees. We are paying $100. We have a credit card that has like $2,000 on it. We were paying $100 a month on it. And we were getting hit with $49 in fees. Last time I checked, it was not that much. So we switched where we're paying, like what card, like we move stuff around. so that it's now on a lower interest card instead, so that when we pay that same $100, it's now going to be like $80 is going towards it or something, instead of it being like, you know, like, it's just stuff like that. You gotta like keep an eye on and check it every once in a while to just see. That's how they get you. Is it playtime again? My goodness, and they tried to tell me you were 10 years old. I think you're younger. I think you're a baby. Get that. Oh, yes. A custom cross stitch of your cat. Oh my god. That's so fun. Okay, hold on. Hang on. Evidently, it's time to be ferocious. Gonna clean the bathroom? No worries. I had someone on Reddit give a suggestion about the ducky one. Posted their reply in the pattern section. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Are you the cutest? Oh, no worries. I love that. Please share pictures of your pets and your crafts and your food and whatever else you would like. I love it when Artemis does the same thing when they wrap around like the pole that's in that corner. I came at the perfect time. Hi, Lockpick. Yes, evidently it is Pippin play o'clock. She says, "You've done enough, Mom. You finished this nutcracker today. You finished the project on Friday. It's time to play with me." Look at the Pete's. Artemis is peeing in your litter box right now. God, look at her back feet on the thing. Pippin's so fluffy, I know. Since you know Kenya's kittens, doesn't she look so much like her little girl right now, whose name just literally left my brain? Rowan and Sloan. Woo! The way that that name just yeeted itself. But but I'm like, Pippin like Sloan looks like a baby Pippin. Okay, well now you have both the toy and the end of the stick. Ha. I'm gonna poke your toes. Poke, poke, poke. Who got your back feet? Who did that to you? I don't know, but I think it's this Hemkin Wiggleworm. Hemk you? I'll attack. No, you're okay. Sorry, I was just trying to get a better camera angle. You gotta learn, girly. Cameras are a part of your life now. Mommy's a photographer. And you're very beautiful. Just like Pippin, or just like Artemis and Maple. You're my sweet angel babies. That loves you. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with the paparazzi. Look at that beautiful baby right there. Look at her. Oh, look at that beautiful face. She's so pretty. Boop. Oh, and look at those twofers. Oh. What'd you find? A brain cell? Oh, you missed it, Lockpick. She and Artie were both sleeping on the cat tree together today. Blah. Artie was in the little cat cove that she's in now, and Pippin was up on the top. And it was the most exciting moment. Whoop. You're all done? Brain cell escape. She almost had it, yeah. Oh, goodness. Hi. Hello. Okay, bye. Oh, you still want this? Well, I appreciate you not smacking my hand for reaching it out to you. I choose chaos. You're sitting on it. Oh. What happens if I put it in the cozy cup? I'll skippity pap it. How about if it goes over there now? You ran out. No. How much more do you have? Ugh. Bonk. 3 snowflakes. Go. Jump. Go attack it. You can do it. And now we're done. You made a lot, though. Look, your to-do list was get to 20 snowflakes. And you got to 21. That's a win. Okay. Are you done? Oh, sorry. Oh, were you not done? Look at her little foot. I have to move the chair a little bit to get it. It's okay. Oh, okay. You got to get used to mommy having to move, right? She's like, I'll just go over there. Oh, God. Phone stand. I love how there's just like cat toys all over the place. Ready? Get up here. Get up there. There you go. Oh. You can do it. You just gotta jump. You've done it before. You're in your head. There you go. Oh, look at the Pippin girl in the chair. Yeah. That's a good spot. All the critters love that chair. It's very cozy, huh? Oh, you see Artemis? This cat survived outside and can't figure out jumping on a chair. Yep. Her nails get stuck on the chair fabric, Allison. That's so hard. I gotta get you a new Wormy. This Wormy has seen better days, huh, girlfriend? He's looking a little rough. Wow, Pokemon. Really being a bully. Is that sister? Rough. Wormy looks like how I feel today. That's a mood. Whoa. The Wormy will go into her like special jar. All the pets have one. With the toys that like need to be retired but were special. This was her first toy that she actually wanted to play with us. This particular worm. So, it'll get saved. Just like Artemis's OG mouse, which I accidentally put through the washing machine and I couldn't ever get like the laundry, like the soap fully out, and I was afraid to give it to her to make have it make her sick. Oh. Hi. There's stuff happening here. Hello. Did you scratch your face open? Artemis. You're gonna be put in a cone. She's gonna get a cone of shame, Pippin. And you can laugh at her. Miss Ma'am. You're not meant to scratch your face like that. Oh. Okay, bye. Oh, pets. All right. Ads are coming, so let me snooze those real quick. Ma'am. Come here. Come here. Can I see you, please? Oh, hi. She's okay. She's okay. I do love that about Pippin. When I pick up Artemis and she screams like that, which she just does, Pippin comes running. She's like, "What's wrong?" And I have a feeling she would fight me if you kept yelling. Girl. She's okay. She's just upset that I picked her up. Alright. Well, that's gonna do it for stream today, because I am getting a headache. I'm having, like, a lot of headaches with light lately. Maybe I just need to add some eye drops or something. I'm almost wondering if, like, because the heat's on in the house, if I'm just, like, dry. And my eyes are like, "Please, mother. Please, mother, I'm so dry." Oh my goodness, yes, Mia, it's late for you. So I will not be here tomorrow or Sunday. I know days of the week. Depending on how, tomorrow goes, if I need an extra day to recharge, after spending all day, well, the day with my parents, I'll let you all know. Like I might take Monday too if I need to. Let me see who's online and what they're up to. Man, I can't believe that you scratched that scab open. That's such bad manners. It's always the same eye, too. We're gonna have to talk to the vet. Okay? We talked to them. I don't know with what money, but we talked to them, okay? I hope that you all have a really great weekend. I will post pictures in the Discord of our cooking. So if you're not in there and you would like to come join us. Oh, you know what? Should we raid a new friend? I have never raided them before, but they have raided us. The bowl should be here today or tomorrow, Allison. Last time I checked, it said today. Let me check. It was delivered. I'm gonna have to go look. Okay, so I don't know if they are family friendly or I don't really know a whole lot about them. But they're leather workers. And that sounds so cool. So let's go and say hi to a new friend. Let's all grab some raid messages and just go and show them how lovely the moat is when we raid back. Thank you all so much for being here today. I appreciate you. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take. Be kind to yourself and other people. Remember you are loved, and I will see you all on Monday or Tuesday. Let's go say hi to Rhinus Leatherworks. We haven't been there, I don't believe, before. But they've raided us in the past. So let's go say hi. I'm really interested. They're making pirate stuff, and I'm here for it. All right. I love you all. I'll see you soon. I'll post stuff in the Discord.